Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 21 of the Irish Wit podcast. I'm your host, Ben, accompanied as always by my co host, Darren.
Yep.
This week, Lucha Underground. We got way behind. We're even still behind. This episode will not be covering week one of Ultima Lucha. We're going to do all three parts in one episode.
Yeah.
After the fact. This episode we're covering episode 17 up to about 23, so about 7 episodes.
Yeah, recap before Ultima Lucha.
Yeah, even though Ultima Lucha Part 1 is already aired.
Yeah.
I think what happened was we got confused about the air date for Ultima Lucha.
Yeah.
And one of the WWE pay-per-views took precedence over Lucha Underground the week we were supposed to record for that. So anyway, news. Speaking of Lucha Underground, there are rumours swirling about Prince Puma, aka Ricochet, maybe departing from Lucha Underground after season 3 airs. The deal there is he cannot go anywhere until season 3 has aired.
Yeah.
Anywhere on TV, I mean, he can wrestle the indies whatever he wants as long as it's not aired in the US. I think it's US. Yeah. So, I'd say early next year, because season 3 is supposed to start airing in the fall of this year. At least that's what one of their producers said on a podcast, Eric Van Wagner, I think it is. So yeah, that's a big hit if they do lose Prince Puma. He's kind of been there.
And he's also the hot guy right now.
He is.
After his match with Ospreay.
Yeah, both him, Ricochet and Will Ospreay are kind of
the hottest guys right now.
Yeah.
Hottest cruiserweights.
Yeah.
High flying guys.
Well, Ricochet is tall enough.
Yeah.
Could see him ending up in NXT eventually.
Yeah.
Until then, he'll probably be working New Japan or
just Indies. Go back to PWG.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a big hit for Lucha Underground.
Yeah, but I think Lucha Underground have got enough.
They do, but he's been kind of their number one guy for forever, really.
What does confuse me though is that the logo for Lucha Underground, the mask isn't even like the biggest wrestler in Lucha Underground.
It's kind of like a looks kind of like El Generico's mask, doesn't it?
It looks like
or Cuerno's.
Yeah, Cuerno's mask. That's what I always think. Yeah, I see it.
It's got the black and red and white. Yeah. In other news, Jerry Lawler has been unsuspended by WWE after the domestic assault charges against him and his girlfriend were dropped on both counts.
Yep. So now it's okay to make fun of it.
Yep. The story is, I think we talked about it before, but they got into an argument. Apparently she'd been drinking. There was allegations on both sides that a gun was brought into the kitchen and each told the other to kill themselves. So, not a nice situation. Glad it's resolved. Hopefully, I don't know, maybe they time to see other people, I think. Maybe. But yeah, Jerry Lawler probably going to be back on SmackDown soon enough.
He already was.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, I've seen him on SmackDown this week.
Okay.
I don't know if we really need to mention this because we'll cover it in SummerSlam, really.
I'll just throw it in there anyway. Brock Lesnar's opponent for SummerSlam has been announced, and it is a returning Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Should be good to go by August.
I see.
I looked this up, and this match, we haven't had this match since like 2003.
Yeah.
When Orton was like a jobber. Yeah. When his finisher was like the cross body.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
it was a schoolboy pin.
The distraction roll-up.
Yeah, that was his finisher back then.
The most devastating maneuver in WWE history. Should be interesting. We've never seen this match before. But I don't know if it really qualifies as news.
Yeah. Some TNA news though.
Yep. Following on from our final deletion reaction, which I don't know when it's going up. It might go up after this episode. It might go up before
Yeah,
it.
we filmed a reaction to Final Deletion.
Yeah,
it's
amazing.
Final Deletion is like the most views they've gotten
in months. Yeah, they got a spike of like 120,000 viewers for Final Deletion.
Like everyone was hyping it up. Chris Jericho and everyone was hyping it up.
The continuing saga of
Brother Nero and Broken Matt.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And they've moved their time slot. Yes,
with SmackDown moving to Tuesdays, TNA have decided to move to Thursdays so they don't have to compete with SmackDown.
Yeah.
Probably a excellent move on their part because they'd be killed by SmackDown.
Yep.
And I think that wraps it up for news, unless you can think of anything.
No.
That's all I've written down. I think there was one or... Sexy Star apparently is leaving wrestling to go into boxing.
Yeah, she was unmasked like last week or something.
So good luck to her in all her future endeavours.
Yeah.
I don't know if that means she's leaving Lucha Underground or...
I'd say so.
She will be in the next season though, since they've already filmed that. Yeah. Weird.
Maybe she dropped the mask on Lucha Underground.
Maybe.
Or maybe to do something similar to that on Lucha Underground, like a mask versus mask match or something.
Mask versus say or something like that. I'm sure if you want to look up spoilers you can. We won't be.
Yeah. You won't be getting spoilers here.
No, if we ever do.
Like we already know who one of the champions is going to be for next season.
I know bits and pieces about
but we're not going to say who these people are.
Yeah, if we
that was accidental while we were trying to find out people's names.
Yeah, if you never want to hear spoilers about Lucha Underground, don't go on their wiki. Yep. Spoilers for like a year down the line.
We already know who's got the title and who dropped it and how long they had it for.
There's never go on the wiki.
Yep.
Which brings us to our Lucha Underground review. First up, episode 17. When last we left off, Chavo Guerrero had stolen Cage's Gift of the Gods medallion.
Yep.
Masquerade Sagrada was continuing his losing streak. And,
but now, Masquerade
Sagrada is still losing, as you'll find out.
Did he not have Famous B at this point?
He had Famous B and lost every match.
Oh yeah, he fought against Cage.
Yeah, that's where Chavo stole the medal.
Yeah.
So, episode 17 was Gift of the Gods. Opens up in Dario's office. Dario's talking to Cage.
The best part.
Yeah, Cage is like, give him a fucking medallion back. And Dario's like, listen, whoever puts the medal in the belt are going to be in that match. So, come with me.
Ben's gonna remember more of this than I will.
I have,
and you recently watched it all.
Yeah, I have 4 pages of notes here. It's awful. I hate taking notes.
So like I'm just gonna give flashbacks to things. I just got a flashback to this Gift of the Gods thing, and it's amazing.
Yeah, Cage and Dario are out in the ring, and Dario's introducing the competitors to the Gift of the Gods match. Out comes Tejano, puts his medal in. Joey Ryan, same. Sinestro, De La Muerta.
So what happens while this happens and Dario's introducing people, he is like
hyping them up.
He is ad-libbing, hyping them up. Like when the Mac comes out, and he's like, Mac baby, baby, baby.
And Celestro de la Muerte comes out, and Dario's like, I have no idea who this is. Or Aerostar, Mac, Sexy Star, and Dario's like, to the ring, sexy Star.
Yeah.
Just fucking having an aneurysm there.
God, he's great.
And last out is Chavo, and he's got a chair. Cage beats him down, steals the medal from him, takes it out of the little pouch, but it's a fake medal.
It's like a lug nut.
Yeah, it's a nut or a washer or something. So Chavo wallops Cage with the chair and puts his medal in. Next, onto our first match. 4-way, Argenis, Daga, Cobra Moon, Masquerade Sagrada with Famous B and Brenda. Early on in the match, Masquerade is running wild. I think Daga eventually takes him down. Cobra Moon is in the ring with Daga, and there's no... What I have written here, and what I remember, is Cobra Moon was like hanging on Daga's leg.
Yeah.
And it looked like she was trying to blow him.
Yeah.
Cobra hits a pile driver on Sagrada and rolls out and lets Daga get the pin.
Yeah. It's started a little feud between Daga and Cobra.
Yeah, Cobra's trying to
jump up on top of that.
Yeah, pretty much. Back in the locker room, Killshot is with Marty the Moth, and they're cutting the promo, and they're doing kung fu, and Killshot just like slaps around Marty and leaves him lying on the floor.
This is my favorite feud of
Creepy Bastard versus Killshot. Yeah.
And like the matches are good. We'll get into those later on, but like this has probably been my favorite little kind of side story they've had going.
So that leads us to their match. Marty's out first. Pervin on Melissa Santos.
I fucking love Marty.
Melissa doesn't.
Like he went full on with the creep gimmick.
Yeah,
like
the molester gimmick.
Yeah, and like his tights are purposely too tight as well.
They are disgusting.
And I know that because I've seen pictures of him in normal. Yeah, so like he's obviously wearing these ill-fitting tights on purpose.
You can see everything.
Yeah.
It's amazing that there hasn't been like a dick slip. So Killshot, let me see. I can't read my writing. Killshot, I have like the highlights of the match. Killshot goes for a moonsault. Mott catches him in a power slam. Death Valley Driver on the apron.
Oh, that was beautiful and brutal to look at.
Yeah.
This entire match itself is brutality.
But the Moth goes for a curb stomp, hits it. Killshot wins with a modified pile driver.
Sure, did you not? Missed out the other one I remember, and that was when he hits Marty with like a mule kick kind of move.
Yeah.
When Marty's on the ground, he ducks one kick, and Killshot flips back over and heel kicks him in the face, and he starts bleeding and everything.
Yeah, there was blood in this match. After the match, Killshot gets beat down. Marty hits a second rope curb stomp on Killshot and steals his dog tags. On to the main event. Tejano, Joey Ryan, The Max, Sinestro de la Muerta, Aerostar, Sexy Star, and Chavo Guerrero for the Gift of the Gods title. I didn't write any. I'm not writing anything for like multi-man matches. I'm just like clusterfuck.
Yeah.
But we'll get to the biggest clusterfuck soon. There's a fucking 12-man match.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. So basically the ending was all of them hitting finishers on Chavo.
Yeah.
Cage comes out, clears house.
Except for Chavo.
Cage put Chavo on top of Joey Ryan for the win.
Which is probably the smartest thing.
Yeah.
Once you hear why.
Which initially seemed baffling. And Cage grabs the mic and says, next week, Chavo's going to be defending his Gift of the Gods title against Cage.
Yeah. It's probably the smartest thing you could do. If you want to beat the shit out of a guy, you help him win the title and then beat the shit out of him afterwards.
After the show, there was like I think it was like an after credits thing, and it's just Vampiro torturing Pentagon.
Yeah, again.
Yeah, always fun. That was episode 17. Episode 18 opens with Pentagon and Vampiro having a promo, and I think the gist of this promo was Pentagon being like, "I'm ready, put me back in, coach." And Vampiro's like, "You're not ready yet, brother. Not ready yet." So we hit the ring for our first match. Joey Ryan versus Masquerita Sagrada.
Yeah.
With Famous B.
My match of the month.
Brenda. Lots of comedy in this match.
Yeah.
Ryan can't lift Masquerita Sagrada. Sagrada, I think at one stage tries to punch him in the balls, and there's like a balls of steel spot, as I've called it. And Ryan just like no sells it. Ryan ends up winning with a DDT. After the match, they're all like, "Oh, poor Masquerita." We got a Taya vignette about how she a strong, powerful woman. Blah blah blah. Nothing.
The new Ghostbusters looks great. What are you talking about, lads?
We're not seeing that shit. King Cuerno promo. He's sitting in like his trophy room with like deer heads, lion heads, all that shit. And we have Mil Muertes sitting in a glass coffin.
Yeah, just having a nap.
Yep. Chavo versus Cage for the Gift of the Gods title. Back and forth early on. Chavo working the leg of Cage, trying to take the big man down. Cage hits what I call the Cesaroplex. It's where he's on the second rope and like suplexes him into the ring.
Yeah. There's no real easier way to say it.
Yeah, I think I don't know what the actual name of that move is, but I'm just calling it the Cesaroplex.
I'd call it like an inside out or an outside in suplex or something.
Yeah. More back and forth. Chavo hits a frog splash, gets a 2. Goes for the 3 amigos. Cage reverses the third. Hits Chavo with the Steiner screwdriver. And Cage wins.
Yep.
Next week, Cage says he wants Matanza.
Rest in peace.
We go to a vignette. We're in Dario's office. Ryan and Cortez Castro are like rooting through his desk and shit. And
there's a lot of comedy in this angle as well.
Yeah, they open a desk and there's like a bunch of money in it, and Joey Ryan robs some of it. But who should walk in but Mr. Cisco?
Yeah.
So they pull their guns and arrest him. Jack Evans, PJ Black, Mundo with Taya versus Rey, Puma, Dragon Azteca Jr. for the trios titles.
This entire show itself was a lot of comedy, especially this match.
I have written here, Rey and Mundo work great together.
Yep.
No surprise.
It's almost like they wrestled together in a different company.
Almost. I hope they get a feud, like a one-on-one feud eventually.
If Rey stays on.
Puma, the spot of the match was like, I think it was, say Puma was on the top rope. PJ goes for like a Hurricane Rana on him, and Puma reverses it to hit a Hurricane Rana on, I think it was Mundo standing in the ring. It was fucking incredible. Lobo City.
All of them are really impressive. Like Dragon Azteca is fucking Jesus Christ.
Fucking low blows all across the world.
Yeah.
Just the heels kicking dicks.
It was great.
Yeah.
I thought it would get too much after a while, but they kept managing to like figure out new ways of low blowing people.
Yeah. Mundo hits an end of the world on someone. Ref is distracted. Azteca eats a chair. Heels win.
Yeah.
And that was episode 18.
And it's led to now. That has now led to my favorite gimmick in Lucha Underground right now with PJ,
the team of dick kickers
with PJ Black and Jack Evans.
Episode 19, Son of Havoc versus Daga. Cool spots in this match were Havoc hitting like a what I call flagpole elbow. He does like the flagpole thing on one of the ring posts.
Yeah.
And just drops an elbow on Daga. Yeah. Son of Havoc is fucking crisp and quick early on.
Son of Havoc's great.
Oh,
and he doesn't look like a guy who should be able to pull out the kind of moves he does.
No, because he's a beefy fella.
Yeah, but he is very like short as well.
He is short, but he is like
he's like
not as big as Matanza, but he's still like ripped.
Yeah.
Cobra Moon is out to watch. Cobra, oh god. Cobra distracts. Son of there is a failed superplex in there. Havoc ends up winning with like the shooting star press, which looked fucking amazing because they had like the overhead camera when he was doing it, and he nearly fucking kicks the camera. He's so high. After the match, Cobra hits the ring and fondles Daga, but she is very swiftly friend zoned. That's what I have here.
Throw a fedora in that ring.
Backstage, Ray and Azteca are talking about Matanza. Azteca has apparently found Matanza's cell. Puma is like, what's going on, fellas? And they're like, none of your business. So Puma's like, fuck you guys. Get on board, we have a fucking match.
He's like, fine, I'll go to New Japan.
Yeah, see you later. So we have a rematch. Ray, Puma, Dragon Azteca Jr. versus Mundo, PJ, Black, Jack Evans with Taya. This was the week that they debuted the bandanas and sunglasses and air guitar.
This is the best thing. So they've gotten like this whole thing of being like a Wayne's World kind of guys.
Low blow on Ray early on. Lots of the usual dive spots that they do. Puma hits a superplex on Evans to the outside.
Yep.
Which they caught him, but like that's still fucking crazy.
Jack Evans always does those crazy fucking moves though. Evans
hits the 630 on Puma. Azteca hits his fucking awesome DDT, which I learned is called the DDTJ.
Yeah.
For Tijuana. Hits it on Mundo. Ref's distracted, takes a low blow. Puma eventually loses his temper and just kicks Mundo in the balls where the ref can see. DQ, heels win. Puma goes to super kick Mundo after the match, but Taya eats it.
Yeah.
Dragon Azteca Jr. is at backstage. We get Dragon Azteca Jr. at Matanza's cell, and it's guarded by Black Lotus. And they have like a back and forth about who killed whose parents. Matanza killed them all.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers.
Yeah. So we go on to their main event. The Machine, Cage versus the Monster, Matanza, for the Lucha Underground title. Early on, it's just like a battle of the big horses.
Yeah.
But Cage decides it's not going to work. So
I remember this now. This was really cool.
Yeah, so he busts out some fucking lucha moves, like head scissors.
It's really cool to see a wrestler do that, where they realize that like their usual style won't work, so they switch up their style altogether.
And like he can normally not wrestle this style because like the people he wrestles are generally smaller than him and won't be able to
lift them.
Pretty much, yeah. So it was cool to see this. Cage hits like a fucking moonsault to the outside. Matanza does the Bam Bams on the outside and a German suplex. They head back in they start like creating German suplexes. Cage hits the Cesaroplex on Matanza.
Yeah, which is fucking crazy to look at.
Yeah, because Matanza's also a big fucking dude.
Yeah.
Matanza ends up winning with the Wrath of the Gods. So, sorry, Cage.
Yeah.
Maybe next year. That brings us to episode 20. We're inside Dario's office with Black Lotus. They're talking about Dragon Azteca Jr. and Matanza. Dario's like, it was Dragon Azteca Sr. who killed your parents. And you know that. And you're going to get your revenge at Ultima Lucha 2, where it's you versus Dragon Azteca Jr. On to our first match. Marty Lamont versus Killshot.
Another rematch.
Yeah.
I don't think this was as good as the first one.
No. They brawl outside at the start and it ends with like a double count out.
Yeah.
After the match, Moth bails with Killshot's dog tags. Nothing really. On to your favourite match. The Nunchuck match. We got Jack Evans and PJ Black versus Aerostar and Drago.
Well, actually, it was just PJ Black versus Drago.
No, it was a tag match.
Really?
Yep.
Are you positive?
Positive.
Why weren't they entering with them then?
They did. They came in together.
They did not when I watched it. They appeared like halfway through the match.
No, it was a tag match. Early on, there's like lots of double steam spots from both teams. Evans, I've heard in here, Evans.
So we should say as well, the nunchucks weren't just around the ring.
No, they were hitting all over the building.
They were in the arena.
Yeah, like, they were like on top of Dario's office, like up the stairs.
Yeah, there was
in
some
the stands.
in the stands with the crowd and everything.
Yeah, over the entranceway. Evans, I've written here, Evans moonsault stairs. So I'm assuming he had a moonsault on the stairs. Evans and Black get the nunchucks first. Start using them. Drago gets a pair from on top of Dario's office. There's like a cliffhanger spot with Evans hanging off the office. Yeah. And fucking Aerostar just bashing on his hands. Aerostar jumps off the fucking office.
Yeah, doesn't he do his finisher?
Yeah.
I don't know what his finisher is. It's just like what Mysterio's old one used to be.
And lands on these guys on the floor. Not in the ring, they're on the floor. It's ridiculous. Ending comes with Drago doing like the poison mist.
Yeah.
I think on Evans.
The camera shot for that was amazing. The camera was right
in his face.
Yeah, it was right in it was right where like next to, was it PJ who got the mist?
Yeah.
Yeah, where it was right next to his face.
I think it was Evans who got the mist.
Yeah, so he just spits it in his face and it hits the camera and everything. It was really cool.
And that was a win. Now onto the fucking 12-man match that I didn't write anything down for. So this match, Ray, Puma, Son of Hammock, The Mac, Tejano, and Sexy Star versus Chavo, Taya, Johnny Mundo, Ivelisse, Phoenix, Cuerno, and the winning team move on to a 6-man match next week.
Yeah.
And the winner of that match becomes the number 1 contender for the Lucha Underground Championship. So before the match starts, Chavo's like the last person out, and he's hanging out on the outside. And Pentagon rolls out on a scooter.
Yep.
He's like, Chavo, you're the only one who believed in me. I'm sorry I have to do this. He breaks Chavo's arm. And Dario says, okay, well, we need 12 people for the match.
That's not exactly what I said. He was like, oh, Pentagon.
Welcome back.
How are you doing? Haven't seen you since my brother brutalized you.
Yeah, broke you in half. Dario says, well, we need 6 men. Yeah. Pentagon, you're taking Chavo's spot. Everyone gets like a minute or two to show their stuff. Like, we'll have like Ray versus, say, fucking Mundo, Pentagon versus Phoenix, you know, that type of thing. And then it breaks down into a dive fest. Mundo ends up winning with top rope flippy plex on Puma. So Pentagon, Taya, Mundo, Ivelisse, Phoenix, and Cuerno are having a match next week.
Yeah.
Katrina in Cuerno's trophy room resurrects Mil Muertes. His eyes are red now.
Yeah. I love that that's the distinguisher on what form of Mil Muertes we're seeing.
Yeah.
That's 2 pages down.
Yeah.
2 to go.
Episode 21. This was just one match.
If it seems like we're rushing through this, we are.
Yeah.
Because we have a lot written here. And how long are we in now?
We're half an hour in.
Yeah.
And we're
halfway through.
Yeah. This was a 6 to survive match.
Yeah, this was the entire episode.
Yeah.
And it was very entertaining.
It's elimination. The last person standing is the number 1 contender for the LU
the only problem I really had with this match was I could figure out who was going to be the winner by the end.
Yeah.
Not even by the end, by the start of the show.
Cuerno, Ivelisse, Taya, Pentagon, Phoenix, Mundo. I've written here in brackets, this poor ref. My poor hand for writing this stuff. Taya and Mundo double team Ivelisse.
Not in that way.
Acha-cha. Phoenix and Pentagon do like a was up on Johnny Mundo, but it's a stomp.
Don't they air guitar as well?
I think they do air guitar.
So when they do the air guitar, someone in post edits in an air guitar solo, which is probably the best thing.
Ivelisse gets military pressed onto the floor. Cuerno, what the hell is this?
Cuerno gets attacked.
He does, but I have no idea what I've got written down here.
Let me see.
No, it's shorthand. I have no idea what that word is. But anyway, Cuerno does stuff apparently. But Mil Muertes and Katrina come out.
Yep.
Mil Muertes kills King Cuerno, and Mundo ends up pinning him. Phoenix, the gentleman that he is, won't hit Ivelisse.
It's like a Chuck Taylor spot all over again.
These notes are insane. They're just completely. They don't run into each other at all. Taya misses a moonsault apparently. Taya pins Ivelisse with Northern Lights double stomp combo. Pentagon hits Shattered Dreams on Taya. Pentagon beats the shit out of Taya. Pentagon pins Taya with Package Pile Driver. When did Mundo get eliminated?
At some point.
Pentagon, Shattered Dream.
Maybe that's who Cuerno eliminated.
Cuerno, Evie, Taya. Oh no, I'm just stupid. So we're left with Pentagon, Phoenix, and Mundo, and we have like a 3-way chop fest. Pentagon, the other two end up outside the ring. Pentagon takes them both out with dive. Mundo hits like a nice springboard corkscrew. Phoenix and Pentagon end up double teaming and double pinning Mundo.
Yeah.
So we're left with Phoenix and Pentagon for like 20 minutes left in this match. Phoenix and Pentagon end up trading submissions. Phoenix hits like a big corkscrew dive. Pentagon hits his first Canadian Destroyer, which Phoenix kicks out of.
Pentagon does those Canadian Destroyers so beautifully.
Yeah.
Especially the ones he does off the top rope.
Phoenix hits like a top rope Hurricane Rana on Pentagon. They're outside. Another Canadian Destroyer to Phoenix on the floor. Roll back in. Pentagon hits like a third Canadian Destroyer and Package Pile Driver for the win. Dario and Dario Matanza are out at the end. Pentagon says he will break their bones.
Not even just Matanza.
No,
Dario's getting the brunt of it as well.
He's very specific. He's going to break both these guys.
Yeah.
That leads us into episode 22. We're inside Dario's office, and there's a new luchador, Nightclaw. Dario's like, as a signing bonus, here's a free gift to the Gods Medal. Yep. We need to have that belt.
We give some background info on
Nightclaw.
So he's a very confusing person. When you Google Nightclaw, first thing you find is Brian Cage. And it's not Brian Cage.
No. Nightclaw is he wrestled as Flamita in Mexico and as Octagon Jr. briefly.
Yeah.
But ended up leaving it was AAA, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Ended up leaving AAA after the original Octagon came to a signing and beat the shit out of him.
Yep. You can find it on YouTube.
And I'm not sure that was a work.
Yep. Because Mexican wrestling is a very proud country when it comes to their sports.
It was Octagon felt he owns the Octagon gimmick, and it wasn't AAA's to give away. So, yeah. Daga versus Masquerada Sagrada.
Yeah.
With Famous B and Brenda.
Man, I'm so into Masquerada.
Yeah.
So into it.
So the theme of this show was everyone gets a medal if they win their match.
Yeah.
Cobra Moon is in the stands watching. Daga is in control early on. Masquerada gets like one move in before Daga wins with a crossface. After the match, Famous B hits the ring and kicks the living shit out of Masquerade Sagrada.
Takes off his shoe and everything and starts pelting him with it.
And his shoe goes flying into the crowd at one stage.
The most expensive shoe right now in Lucha Underground.
Yeah, and he's like, Brenda, woman, go get my shoe. Go get my shoe.
Hopefully it leads to a one-on-one match between Famous B and Masqueradus. I'd love it if Masqueradus won as well.
I hope that happens.
Yeah.
Back in Dario's office, Dragon Azteca's in there. Dario tells him Black Lotus killed Dragon Azteca Sr. Tells him that he has a match with her at Lucha or Ultima Lucha 2.
Yeah.
Ultima Lucha 2. Don't think Dragon Azteca Jr. was buying it though. We got a trios match. Ryan, Castro and Cisco versus Killshot, Zastro de la Muerte and Marty the Mott.
As well at this point, is it Cisco?
Yeah.
Is now an informant.
I must have not written that down.
No.
I must have missed it.
When he got arrested, they brought him in for interrogation.
I'm sure I must have read past it or something because I'm sure I wrote that down.
But
they basically convinced Mr. Cisco to rat on Dario Cueto.
Yeah, because they had priors on him murdering people.
Yeah.
So they have him wearing a wire now.
Yeah. Medals for the winners. Moth gives Killshot his dog tags back at the start. There's a disgusting lollipop spot where Marty the Moth steals.
What do you mean disgusting?
It was fucking vile. Marty the Moth steals Joey Ryan's lollipop and has it in his mouth, and Ryan fucking slaps him in the face, takes his lollipop back and puts it back in his mouth.
This is not nearly the most disgusting spot I've seen with this lollipop.
No, I've seen it go down tights.
Yep.
Everyone gets their shit into start. Cisco ends up running wild on Moth. We get the breakdown where everyone's in the ring. There's like a balls of steel spot. Killshot hits like a moonsault dive on the outside. Cisco hits like a fucking poison Frankenstein on someone.
Fucking you forget looking at
Mr. Cisco. He can fucking move.
And
Castro.
Yeah, you forget the two of them are pretty well accomplished, like luchador wrestlers. Just
yeah, there's dissension in the crew. Killshot ends up pinning Cisco with a curb stomp from Marty and a double stomp from him. Post match, Moth steals the dog tags back and tails. This is becoming a running theme for these guys.
This is going to be that intercontinental. Was it the intercontinental?
Yeah, it just kept getting stolen.
Yeah.
So our last match of the night is Sexy Star and Mariposa versus Taya and Ivelisse.
Yeah.
With medals for the winners. Taya and Sexy Star trading submissions and chain wrestling early on. Ivelisse and Mariposa are in more of the same. Outside, they bail outside. Sexy Star ends up hitting like a seated senton. There's dissension between Sexy Star and Mariposa. Mariposa and Taya are brawling. They end up in the crowd and they're like fighting in like the chairs in the crowd. Ivelisse dives on Sexy Star. Sexy Star and Ivelisse end up trading pins. Sexy Star and Mariposa wins when Taya spears Evie and Mariposa hits the Celtic Cross for the pin. So our Gift of the Gods match is going to be Daga, Sexy Star, Mariposa, Nightclaw, Killshot, Sinestro de la Muerte, and Marty the Mott.
Yeah. Which I'm interested in because I can't
pick it.
Yeah, I can't pick who could win this. Nightclaw's the only guy I can think of because he's not the one with a standing feud right now.
Yeah, he's new as well.
Yeah.
But like what they do in this show, like the new guy always loses when they do, so I don't know. So after this match, Puma's in the ring, cutting a promo.
The worst.
He can't talk. Ricochet cannot talk.
Yeah.
He sounds nervous as fuck. Calls out Ray. Ray comes out and challenges him to a match at Ultima Lucha 2.
Yep.
It's just there's no turn. It's just face versus face.
Yeah.
Showing respect to each other.
Do you have the matches written down for Ultima Lucha?
I do not, but I can work them out off the top of my head.
Yeah, because I was going to say we could do what we think the results could be afterwards.
Yeah.
Down to the last page.
Episode 23. Drago, Phoenix, Aerostar versus PJ Black, Mundo, and Evans, and has been announced for Ultima Lucha Dos for the trios titles. King Cuerno versus Mil Muertes with Katrina. Chasing spots early on. Mil eventually catches him. Mil beats him down for most of the match. Cuerno hits the arrow from the depths of hell.
Yeah.
That's too long for
That's a suicide dive, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. Knocks Mil down outside and the ref gets bumped as well. Back inside, King Cuerno has a chair. Wallops Mil Muertes with it, but Muertes no sells. Muertes gets the chair, beats King Cuerno with it, sets it up in the corner, and tries to spear Cuerno into the chair. Cuerno jumps out of the way, and Mil Muertes ends up beating the chair. King Cuerno wins with a roll-up and foot on the ropes for the win. In Dario's office, Taya and Evilise are there. They are going to be having a baddest bitch match at Ultima Lucha 2. As they're walking out, Katrina comes in and she's like, fucking rematch now, brother. And Dario's like, no, I don't give a fuck. She's like, okay, death match.
Yeah.
Dario's
this is my favourite part.
And Dario's like, I hate you, but you know how to talk me into things.
I'm loving that about Dario. He's like a heel, but he wants to see violence.
Yeah.
And people watching Lucha Underground want to see violence as well.
So, yeah, death match. Mil Muertes versus King Cuerno in a death match at Ultima Lucha 2. Katarina does her disappeary spot, and Dario is just like, women.
What can you do?
Out in the ring, Prince Puma versus Dragon Azteca Jr. with Rey Mysterio in Dragon Azteca's corner. Lots of lucha spots early on. Dragon Azteca does a dive to the outside, but Puma catches him in like a fireman's carry and fucks him into the ring post. Back inside, Dragon Azteca hits like a big the DDTJ onto Puma, but Puma kicks out. Puma does like a blue thunder bomb into that double suplex he does. You know, the gut wrench into just a regular vertical suplex. Dragon Azteca hits like a fucking top rope victory roll onto Puma. Puma ends up winning the match though with a beautiful drop kick followed by a 630 splash.
Yeah.
After the match, he's jaw jacking with Ray. Type up their match at Ultima Lucha 2. Son of Havoc, Tejano, the Mac, Cage, and Dario are in the ring. Dario announces there will be a unique opportunity. Well, it's called For a Unique Opportunity Tournament at Ultima Lucha 2.
I loved when he was explaining that and then had to stop what he was doing to look at the guys and they're like, did you get it?
Yeah, because there's 4 of you. Dario bails and the 4 guys brawl. After the commercial break, we're back in. Phoenix versus Johnny Mundo with Taya. First time this match has ever happened on Lucha Underground, apparently.
A what?
First time this match has ever happened on Lucha Underground. Back and forth early on. Phoenix chops the ever-loving shit out of Mundo. Mundo gets Phoenix in like the ropes, has him on like the bottom rope.
Yeah. And
is distracting the ref, and Taya's like slapping him and holding him and shit. Phoenix ends up hitting like a big dive, takes out both Johnny and Taya. Back in, Phoenix hits a bunch of kicks on Mundo, like a bunch of like Mundo's in the corner and Phoenix.
Like the way CM Punk used to do it.
Kind of like that, but he's like doing more lucha type stuff. And ends up hitting him with the Code Red, which is like that sunset flip fireball thing. Taya grabs Phoenix's leg as he goes up to the top rope. Mundo knocks him down. Taya puts the trios title in one of the corners of the ring. Mundo misses his was either a springboard moonsault or the end of the world thing that he does. Phoenix hits a, what do I have here? Top rope C4, which is like the flippy rock bottom.
Yeah.
Taya just gets up in the ring, jaw-jacking with the ref. Mundo hits Phoenix with the belt for the win. Evans and PJ Black come out to celebrate with Johnny Mundo, and they stomp down on Phoenix. And the show goes off the air with Drago, Aerostar, and Evilise coming out for the save.
Yeah.
That's all my notes. Like, bloody nearly an hour, 3/4 of an hour into this.
Yeah.
So, the announced matches for Lucha Underground or Ultima Lucha Dos are.
I can't even look it up. I was about to look it up, but then I realised I might be spoiled.
Yeah, it's Pentagon versus Matanza. I'm gonna say Matanza wins.
I want to say Pentagon. I have a feeling that this is like his redemption story, kind of thing. So I want to say Pentagon wins.
Okay. Ray versus Puma.
Puma.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Puma too. Trios title. We get PJ Black, Jack Evans, and Johnny Mundo versus Phoenix, Aerostar, and Drago.
I want to say that PJ Black, Jack Evans, and Johnny Mundo win.
Yeah, I think they'll win too.
Yeah.
We have Taya versus Evilise.
Evilise.
Yeah, I think Evie wins.
Yeah, maybe Taya. Taya hasn't had many matches solo.
No, so well, neither is Evilise. Like,
so maybe this, yeah. But we've seen Evilise wrestle a lot more than Taya.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I want to say Evilise mostly because she's like the face of the two.
Yeah. Okay. I think Evie as well. Gift of the Gods match. Daga, Sexy Star, Mariposa, Nightclaw, Marty the Mott, Killshot, and Sinestro de la Muerte.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
No.
Maybe Sexy Star. Like they're pretty high on her.
Yeah, and she's had like the biggest stories this year.
Yeah.
It's either that or it could be Nightclaw.
Yeah, either her or Nightclaw I think wins.
It's very undetermined who could win this.
Yeah.
Because like all of them have stories, but all of them could end in the match as well. Like Killshot could beat Marty. Yeah. And that could end their feud while him also continuing with a new feud. Yeah, there's a lot of ways they could go with that. Same way with Marty and all that as well.
Yeah. We have the 4-way tournament. Cage, Mac, Son of Havoc, and Tejano. Well, that's a tournament apparently, so there's going to be 3 matches out of that.
Yeah. I want to say Son of Havoc, maybe. Or Cage, one of the two.
I'd say they're the favourites.
Yeah.
I think that's it for matches on Ultima Lucha.
There's probably more, but
yeah, there's probably going to be more.
Because there's
there's the Mil Muertes King Cuerno match.
Oh yeah, Mil Muertes.
Yeah, kills him, pulls his head off, Mortal Kombat style.
I hope they go all out with the death match.
Yeah,
and I hope it is just pure brutality.
Well, like on Ultima Lucha, they tend to go fucking ham.
Yeah, like I just want it to be the most over the top bullshit ever.
As far as I know, that's all the matches that have been announced.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we can wrap it up.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone for listening to episode 21 of the Irish Whip Podcast. I've been your host Ben, accompanied as always by my co-host Darren. We'll be back for I don't know.
Battleground's the only thing.
Either Battleground or Ultima Lucha Dos or maybe the Cruiserweight Classic. Who knows?
You're getting the TNA reaction as next week's video because there's nothing next week.
Maybe. We might put it out sooner.
Oh yeah, but like the 2 videos will make up for the missing one next week.
Yeah, sure. You can follow us on Twitter at Irish Whipcast. Check out our YouTube channel, Irish Whip Podcast, and our Facebook, Irish Whip Podcast. See you next time.